This might fall. Hello, gorgeous, gorgeous people from the underworld up above. It's where we are. We're in the underworld of above. How are you? Tell me. Let me know. In that place down there that we can converse. Let me know. You can call me the Hermit if you would like to. This is Lessons of the Hermit, after all. My name is Tyler. You can call me Tyler. I have a little bit of. I did a little bit of writing. I do that from time to time. Just kind of perspective writing. It's just how I see things, really. So, watching this, do take into account what perspective means. Perspective is how we see things, and this is my perspective, okay? So you can agree with it, you can disagree with it. And if you disagree with it, we can debate about it if you like. However, I will not do it in the comments. No. You can make a video, and in that comment section, you can put a link to it with the word rebuttal, and I will figure it out, and we can debate about it if you like, but this is just my perspective of things. There are a few little key points that I do want to touch on, just off script, my raw, true perspective of it. But I started it with a simple question. What is life? And I kind of just started thinking about, the steps of life. We're a baby, and then we're a child, and then we're a teenager, and then we're an adult, and then we grow old, and then we die, and then we do it all over again, right? But what I wrote is, you are born as a baby, and you depend on your parents for care. As a baby, you depend on your parents for your needs. And therefore, as a baby, dependency is instilled. And as we grow into a child, we learn. Even as a child, we depend on our parents and others for information. Our parents teach us to talk. And as a child, we watch, we listen, we learn. And as a teenager, we see the world for what it truly is, a prison. We feel there is nothing more to be learned besides the basics, for this world is quite basic. And as a teen, we continue to grow, however most decide to stop watching, listening, and learning. Consciously. However, on a subconscious level, they still do. And as a young adult, your school job is over and you are expected to get a real job. But most singular jobs in this society will not keep the bills paid. There are 24 hours within the day. Any given job takes up 8. And unless you can go without sleep, there's another 8. Which will leave 8 more hours. 8 hours to experience joy, 8 hours to rest, 8 hours to contemplate, or 8 more hours to work. And a mass majority of these jobs are highly unneeded, borderline useless. We don't need more jobs, we need lower bills and shorter shifts. What's the point of making something if it's destined to break within a year? We wouldn't need such a high level of mass production, and this is where the perspective part comes in, without the baby boom. But what caused the baby boom? Was it the horny people out of control with drugs? No, we still have that today. It was the peace and love movement caused by the tyranny of the government. It was originally a movement about peace against war and love against feud. If that movement would have never happened, the term baby boomer wouldn't exist. When did the focus shift from the people to the prophets? And I don't mean God's prophets. First off, what I want to touch on is, as babies and children, we are dependent on our parents. So yes, dependency is instilled in us right away, right? And it's really our parents are our first teachers. They are. They teach you how to walk, how to talk, how to eat. You know, you're sitting there using a bottle at first. They literally got to sit there and teach you how to chew with your teeth, showing you, and you're watching and you're learning, because you learn by watching and doing. And then it's really, in my perspective, it should be then up to the parents to help teach the child independency, right? As you start getting older, you should be able to do things more on your own. And, you know, being the parent that I am, I'm super protective, so I'm guilty of this myself, okay? Letting go, and I'm doing it. Don't you worry. But, and then, you know, as we get older, as a teenager, yeah, we just kind of, a lot of us just kind of give up right away. And really, I don't understand. I mean, you know, teenage years are some pretty weird years. I think we can all agree on that. Being a teenager is something else. It's one hell of a roller coaster ride, right? And then if you got someone that's constantly in your fucking face all the time, it doesn't make it any better. But that is one thing about being a teenager, right? Is proving brute strength. School's dumb. Let me go fight someone. But then you know, we become adults. And as an adult, we get jobs. And unfortunately, in this society, having one job alone does not pay your bills, but yet we have a job shortage. Does that make sense? People have to go out and get 2 or 3 jobs, so obviously we have enough jobs, but since they can't pay bills with the one job, it's just taking more jobs. But let's raise up the price of everything anyway. You know, a lot of it is the housing, because these people buy houses and rent them out for way too much. And not only that, you got to pay all the other bills too, as if you own the house. You just don't got to pay property tax. That's a hell of a lot cheaper than paying rent. But it's a very profitable business. So, then we have housing shortage. Because people can't afford the housing. People are constantly fucking moving. Can't ever actually settle down because they don't want you to feel actually comfortable and safe. They want you to constantly worry. Keep you negative. So you don't have any kind of hope of change. When all it really takes is us to change it, because this entire society was built by us. All of these rules and regulations in the society were made by us. Not the animals, not the gods, no, us. We made this society. And it's just so goddamn complex now because people have to be such shitty fucking people and find any little loophole for the easy way. Now no one knows where to fucking change it. Well, how do we change anything without breaking everything? Which is probably why they wanted to take all the money away. Reset! Take all the fucking money away and nobody has money, and then you can actually, raise the value of the money again, because not everybody has $1,000 on any given day. So then you can make it where they have $100 on any given day and lower everything, sure. But I mean, we really do need lower bills and shorter shifts. We need lower bills to start so people ain't got to go and take fucking 3 goddamn jobs. We won't have a job shortage then. That's, again, perspective, whatever. Tell me I'm fucking wrong, but don't lie to me. And then after, however fucking long, no, we don't need more jobs. Because again, a lot of these jobs are fucking borderline useless. What's the point of McDonald's besides laziness? Seriously. Like, what kind of actual nutrients are you getting from a McDonald's cheeseburger? Tell me that. It's all halfway fake meat, ain't it? And it's what anything mass-produced is. It's not for your benefit. It's for theirs. Which was a whole nother point I even got it written down in my little margarine here. Government don't give a fuck. And of course I wrote, who knew? Who could have guessed? It's about time they start. Because without the people, you wouldn't have society. Without the people, you wouldn't have your fucking mansion. Because who built it? It wasn't any of you. It was construction guys. That build fucking houses for a goddamn living. Not just your mansions, houses. For other people that aren't fucking millionaires. Or maybe you got some private fucking company that just builds mansions for fucking millionaires. I don't fucking know. Does it look like I got a mansion? I mean, without the people, you have nothing. So it really is about fucking time. About fucking time! You gave a fuck. Okay? Not just one fuck. A whole lot of hucks. Because you got a whole lot of hucks to give. Share the goddamn wealth. Because if we ain't winning, you ain't gonna be winning. What, you think it's gonna fucking function as a dystopia? It will not. Your AI will not allow you to. What are you gonna do? Stop making AI and then you've reached your ceiling. Congratulations. In order to advance, you're gonna kind of need AI. But unless you can fucking figure it out, you're just going to end up being imprisoned by AI again. Again. That's where the dream within a dream within a dream within a dream. How many times have we gone through this? Because history has a tendency to repeat itself. So how many times have we created AI, which kind of seems like y'all having some problems with AI right now? And how many times do you think it's happened? Tell you one thing, I can't fucking, I don't know. But I mean, you can go ahead and get out of this system and just be in a whole nother one. Because we've done this again and again and again and again. But you know what? This one's the one that's fucked up. Because in the other ones, humanity is imprisoned. So, kind of got to figure it out in this shithole. Change it. Change history, because it is possible. But the AI is not going to be able to do it because the AI only knows what has been done. So the AI is just going to have it go done again. We need actual fucking humans in these places, not whatever the fuck we got. Because, damn. Shoot, what were they talking about? Hey, hi, hello. My mind goes everywhere, all which direction. Like that kid in the candy store can't decide which kind of candy he wants because he's too busy looking at all of them. It's like, hey, it's time to go. And I'm like, shit. I don't know. But I mean, that's just kind of what I wrote. And I figured, it's about damn time I gave the haters something to talk about. Yeah. But yeah. Let me know. Let me if you got a rebuttal. Make a video. Jesus fucking Christ. Let's get something done. I mean, you want to talk? Let's talk. Let's not just bicker. There's no point to bicker. Let's get something done. Let's actually, find some answers to a whole lot of questions that a whole lot of people want to ask, but nobody wants to fucking look further. Look further. Why stop? Cool, you figured this out. Awesome, you figured that out. Why stop now? There's so much more. There's so much more to learn. There's so much more to know. And it's not just this society of currency exchange for time, effort, and energy. Yes, jobs need to be done. I'm not saying they don't. But I mean, what are we really focused on? Oh, excuse me. Can't tell me it's coexistence. Can't tell me it's self-sufficiency. No. All it is just 1% for their comfort and their wants and their enjoyment. And then 99% stress. You can see where I'm going with this. So, comes down to one question, right? What are you going to do? And to that I say time. But I do offer this. Everything comes down to two choices. There's alternatives of these choices. Yes, because everyone, I like to believe there's more. Okay. But all you really did was take that one choice and alter a few things to make it look different when it's really the same. Cool, instead of going like this, you went, woo! Everything comes ultimately down to two choices. And the choice that we have as a whole is, are we going to accept what is? Or are we not? And fucking change it. Fucking change it. Fucking change it. Because it can be done. And it depends on us. People. Not just government, because they're not going to. The only thing they give a fuck about is their own goddamn pockets, and you fucking know it. The only people that actually give a fuck about how the world is the ones who actually live in it. They're not living in it. They got all their fucking money. They don't know. I'm not saying all fucking rich people, whatever, because everybody's got their fucking story, but all of these fucking government officials, they have been. They're into their family. It's been handed down generation to generation. I mean, don't even just look at presidency, because if you just look at presidency, you're not going to see it. And there's a whole lot more to the government than just presidency. So, yeah. I think we'll leave it here. Let me know. We can have a debate. But we're going to have a productive debate. I won't do it in the comments. I'll leave a comment there if you like, but I won't. Maybe I'll make a video. I'll write them down and be like, so I got this one, that one, and the other one. We're going to talk about it. I'll do it. We can do it. I don't give a fuck. Let me know. It's all constructive feedback. It's not fucking air. I'm just sitting here shooting the breeze. Too much swag. My swag on fleek. But, yeah, alright. 21, 31. We'll get out of here. Peace. Love and light. I am the Hermit. This is Lessons of the Hermit. We gonna do some shit. We gonna figure this shit out. We gonna move forward instead of backwards. Stay in the head. Steady as she goes. Hell no. Let's move up. Let's get out. Let's get real. Because, like any other fucking video game, like this is the one thing that pissed me off the most about Minecraft, okay? I played a lot of Minecraft. I went a whole goddamn week, no fucking sleep, just playing Minecraft and made this castle you couldn't even get through the front fucking door without knowing how to do it. I got real creative with that redstone. It took me a fucking week, and it was on peaceful, thank God. Otherwise, it probably would have taken me even longer. No sleep. Just straight fucking... Too much time on my hands. But within a decade, I went through job after job after job after job after job. I can't even count how many fucking jobs I had, but I looked up my social security, and it's a list. No wonder they won't hire me anymore. Ugh. Fuck, I don't know. Stop it. But yeah, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Because, that's some other shit I want to do. Alright, I'll see you later, friends. We'll get there. I'm still working on an exit. Alright. Later.